The mind and the sky both are very big and very, very powerful. But understanding both is very, very simple. When I say this word, understanding these two are very, very simple. You may not be able to believe. The sky, which is really very big and very powerful, it carries Earth, Moon, Sun, the Milky Way galaxy, and thousands of other galaxies. All of them are floating in this sky. So the size of the sky we are unable to imagine. And it is really very powerful also because it is not only carrying these things, it is eternally traveling. We do not know where they are heading. This truth is known to everyone. Now, my question is, reaching the sky is difficult or not? Such a powerful thing. Reaching the sky, is it difficult or not? Our intellect says something which is very huge, enormous, so powerful, it is not easy to reach. But I say it is the most simplest thing for us. Can I say how it is? The sun is in the sky, the moon is in the sky, the earth is also on the sky, and we are just on the surface of the earth. So we are already in the sky. So the question reaching the sky itself is not right. The same way, the mind is also very, very powerful and very huge, and understanding the mind is also very, very simple. So let us directly get into the subject of mind. Before I explain the mind, as all we know how our body functions. Body has two types of functions. One is autonomous and the another one is physical. The autonomous part has heartbeat, breathing, liver function, kidney function, digestion. All these things are happening in the autonomous system. This is the internal part of the body. And the external side of the body is done by us. Like I am speaking, drinking water, eating, walking, and holding an item. All these things are done by us consciously. Is there a possibility for us to involve in the autonomous function? No. Is it possible by us to change the heartbeat? It is impossible. And this one we know. I need not to explain about the body too much. In the same way, mind also has two parts. One is conscious part, another one is intellect part. The conscious part is autonomous, meaning like the internal function of the body, the conscious part is the internal part of the mind. The external part of the mind is called intellect part. The intellect part does not have any work in the conscious part. We will see how the conscious part is arranged within our system, and it is really very, very powerful. The conscious part has within it, the conscious part has body consciousness and mind consciousness. The body consciousnesses are like touch, taste, smell, light, and sound. These feelings are felt in the body consciousness part. In the mind consciousness part, we feel joy, peace, love, sympathy, compassion, and the negative feelings we call it like fear, anger, worry, depression, guilty. All these things are felt in the mind consciousness part. Both are working perfectly without any trouble. But unfortunately, from the childhood, we have been taught mind should always be calm, quiet, happy. We should not get anger, tension, worry, depression. All these things are not supposed to come there. This is a wrong understanding. Let me explain you with an example. As I told you earlier, body has five senses. All the five senses are working in the same way, but I am going to take the example of taste alone. We eat something sweet. The sweetness is felt in the tongue. We stopped eating the sweet. The sweetness automatically goes out of the tongue. We eat something bitter. The bitterness feeling is felt in the tongue, and we stopped eating that, and the bitter feeling is also goes out of the tongue. Do we do anything to remove this sweetness or bitterness? No. And there is no possibility for us to remove them also. This is what I call it as internal function. We do not have any authority or power to change them, control them. Why I am taking this example? The sweetness we feel in the tongue is like our positive emotions. As I told you, the joy, compassion, sympathy, all these things are like our sweetness. The negative feelings like anger, worry, depression, stress, guilty, all these feelings are negative feelings. When our mind consciousness expresses this, it automatically relieve from there, from relieve from it. It automatically relieve from it. Then it informs to the intellect part. By the time the intellect part has come to know some emotion has come, the emotion has already dead. The emotion has already finished. And our intellect part says, I want to remove, I want to come out of this emotion. Whenever fear comes, we feel uneasy and we want to come out of it. Whenever anger comes, we feel uneasy and we try to come out of anger. This is a wrong understanding and wrong work of our intellect towards the conscious part. The input for the intellect part is conscious part. The output of conscious part is nothing but the intellect part. Intellect part does not have anything to do from the input. It can use these emotions for its external functions, not to correct the conscious part. Conscious part is gifted by the nature for us to perform very well in the external world. Unfortunately, we like all the positive emotions. We try to retain the positive emotions when it comes. That also we will not be able to do. Every man, everyone wants to be very happy. But whether the happiness stays, no, the suffering comes. We don't want to get anger, but the anger comes. This is what I tell the internal part of the mind, that is the conscious part, does its job perfectly, and its output only is going to the intellect part. The conscious part is like lightning. We know the example, we will take the example of lightning. When lightning comes, we don't afraid of the light which is emanated from the lightning. However, we are very much afraid of the thundering, the sound. In lightning, during lightning, both light and sound waves are created at the same time. Because of the high speed, the light comes first. Later, we receive the sound. Same way, consciousness has come first, and the intellect part comes next. The sound which we hear, the lightning from the lightning, that will not harm us. If it is really a harmful lightning, we will not be able to listen the sound at all. The conscious part is our servant. We can use the servant for our external purpose, that is to carry out the activities in the physical world. The conscious part is our psychological part. In the psychological part, we are not having any work. The psychological part only is our servant. Using the servant, you can excel very well in the external world. There is no necessity for you to entertain the servant. Meaning, how this emotion is supposed to be, what emotion should come. In the conscious part, what should come, what should not come. Like that, if you started working, it is the meaning that you are working for the servant, and the servant has become owner and you have become the servant. That is not required. And in this process, you will never be able to control these emotions at any point of time. At present, you are using only 20% of your energy. That is the reason majority of our actions in the external world is not successful. The reason why you are using only 20% of the energy is 40% of the energy you are using to correct the emotions. The moment immediately you stop working towards the conscious part, the energy available to you will become 60%, and you will be able to see the improvement in your physical world. You'll be able to see the success in your business. You'll be able to find out the clarity you have. All these emotions are energy. All these emotions are energies. We know scientifically that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. The emotions which you don't like, that is, the negative emotions, are also energies only. Let me give you a few examples how these negative emotions are really helping you so that you can understand and in future you can avoid interfering into the conscious part. Let us take the example of fear. You are sitting in the hall and reading a newspaper. Suddenly a snake enters into the hall. What emotion will come to us? Naturally, fear will arise from our system. First, the snake came. Second, the fear has come. And both of them did not get the permission from you to come. How the snake came, automatically the fear also came. Now the consciousness part feels something dangerous that has been informed to the intellect part. Now the intellect part can take action in handling the snake. As the fear is an energy, without this energy, you will not be able to take any action. So, with the energy of fear, you can either kill the snake or run away from there. This is what they call it as fight or flight action in the corporate world. For this fear energy is useful. If fear hasn't come, our life would be in danger. So, in order to save us, only the fear has come. But unfortunately, you think, I don't want fear. I should not have fear like that if you are thinking. And if you do something towards the conscious part, it is wrong. Same way, when you see your friend, the joy comes. Did you bring the joy or it comes automatically? The joy comes automatically. You will not be able to bring any emotion from the conscious part. After it has come only, you will come to know it has come. When the joy comes, you feel very much comfortable and very happy. If you bring the joy, it will not be a real emotion at all. A real emotion will always have the impact on our nervous system, and in turn, it will activate the endocrine glands, and the enzymes from the endocrine glands will be injected into the blood, and you will feel that the emotion has come. This is the sequence which is happening within our body. Any emotion which you have created, like how the people are doing in movies and serials, that will not have any impact on your physical body. That will not be a real emotion. And I told you the example, as soon as the fear comes, the adrenaline gland is activated, and adrenaline is pumped into your blood. This is what you feel it as energy. Using this energy, you can handle the snake. Don't try to handle yourself. If the energy is not useful, you need not to take them at all. Because I told already, by the time you come to know that the feeling or emotion has come, it is already dead. In our life, we can see sometimes for no reason we will have fear. What to do now? We need not to do anything at all, just to reject them. Same way, when you see your enemy, anger or aversion comes. It comes automatically. Why, when you see an enemy, the aversion comes? It helps you, in fact. He might have borrowed some money from you and not yet returned. That may be the reason. Or something he would have done harmful to you earlier. That is the reason anger or aversion comes. If anger or aversion comes, that is the system says you can avoid from him. So anger or aversion also helps you. There is a business failure. What will come to us? What negative energy will come to us? Grief. Instead of grief, if you get joy, what will happen? Because whenever we become joy, we always try to extend the joy. When business failure has come, if joy comes, further and further you will lose money in your business. The grief has come to you to inform to take some action in the business, to correct the business, to rectify the problem which has already occurred. Using the grief, you can correct your business. Do not say the grief should not come. I must be calm, irrespective of whatever happening in this external world. When you apply these understandings in your life, the improvement in your life will be inevitable. People around you may notice or may not. However, you will be able to see the improvements in your own life. Please refer my video with the topic of Who Am I? Our intellect is in confusion. There I have clearly explained how our intellect is confused to who am I. That confusion we do not create to others, we create confusion for ourselves. I request you to ask questions in related to this topic through my YouTube channel so that I will always be so that I will be able to help you.